Hola, buenos dias. This is Kai Pacha with the weekly Paleo report, and this one is for September 2nd of 2014, and this is probably not the best way to start out talking and walking uphill, trying to focus and concentrate. But sometimes life is an uphill battle. That's the old saying. And you may be feeling that these days. So I just wanted to relay that in the report that yeah, sometimes you got to climb hills. So anyway, today, you know, the moon is in Sagittarius, squaring the sun. It's a first quarter square. Wednesday, she moves into Capricorn, where she's going to hit Pluto. Sun's going to trine Pluto tomorrow, Wednesday. And then on Thursday, that moon hits Pluto, trines the sun, squares Uranus, keeps on moving. Friday, she goes into Aquarius. And then on Sunday, comes into Pisces for the full moon. At 17 degrees of Pisces. This is going to be a powerful full moon. Yeah, and it's going to really, you're going to feel it all weekend. Yeah. Because Venus is going to be moving into Virgo, joining that sun in Virgo, opposite the moon, and it's not just the moon. It's Chiron. The sun is opposite Chiron all week. And that's mostly what I want to be talking about. Yeah. So, let me find a little spot to discuss the planetary affairs that are going on at this particular time for so many people. Two roads diverged in a green wood. And be one traveler, long I stood, looking down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Well, decisions. I think I'll take the one less traveled by. Alright. I hope that this is good enough. There's a tree behind me, so I don't know if you can see me or not. I mean, there's a tree behind the camera, so I can't put my head behind the camera to see what you're seeing. Anyway, isn't that the way life is these days? You don't see what's coming. My God, that is part of living in a third-dimensional world of time and space, of conscious and unconscious. The polarization of consciousness leads us into these us and them, me and you. This polarization is a killer. I don't know how you're all faring this last week. What kind of, jumped out at me. I'm talking all about this Saturn and Mars and Scorpio and all this energy going on. And boom, the sun opposes Neptune. Yeah, a couple of days ago. And it's just like, talk about all of a sudden being broadsided, being swept away. Sun opposite Neptune, I kind of likened it to being out on a sailboat in the middle of the ocean, maybe going from, across the Pacific, and boom, wind stops, doldrums, nobody's going anywhere. Except maybe down the wormhole of doubt and confusion and depression and just going down into chaos. The primordial goop. Wow. This Neptune in Pisces is really powerful, and that sun in Virgo wants to like work everything out and fix everything and analyze it and get it together, and then it hits this overwhelming, just like a little ant on the beach, getting a wave coming down over it. And this is going, so there is this point right? Of disorientation, of disillusionment, of what is this all about? Why bother? Where am I? What's up? I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to feel. There's just this sense of overwhelm, coupled with this Mars and Saturn in Scorpio, which gives us the sense of what? Powerlessness. When you are dealing with forces beyond your control, whether they are economic, military, sexual, emotional, family, whatever, we cannot control this outside world. I mean, this is part of our, trip of what's going on here. And when the sun comes into oppose Chiron now this week, we have an opportunity to do a lot of healing around our wounds. And we all have different wounds. But the thing that we have in common, and this is Pisces, what we all have in common, yes, is that we are infinite spiritual beings that have incarnated into a third-dimensional physical realm of separation. And separation is the root of fear. It is the root of pain, yeah, and isolation and separation. And we can really be feeling this wound right now as a separation from the divine, spiritual source, love. There's no love in the world. There's no hope in the world. There's just chaos. I have no control. I have no power. I feel, yes, in a place of despair. I mean, you can just go, see everything that's wrong. Yeah, this is our, the sun moving in here through Virgo, analyzing, figuring, calculating, seeing, looking at what's missing or what's lacking. We've still got this Saturn is, squaring Lilith in Leo. Jupiter is still there in Leo. So what is this all about? What's the way out of this? I mean, one thing we can say is, thank God everything changes, just like the seasons. We want to use nature as our teacher, nature as our guide. We know that what is filled wanes. The moon grows large and wanes. The seasons go from spring to summer to fall. We know that Mars is moving out of Scorpio. Yes, as of the 13th, it is going to lighten up. We have been in this dark, intense, heavy time. And there's a purpose, there's a learning. And so I just want to go into, my take on things, which is what the Paleo Report is. Everybody gets their turn, It's like a huge, I see creation as a huge art class. Source, creator, wants to experience itself in diverse new ways. Let's bring out the paints, bring out the papers, bring out the brushes, bring out the clay. Yeah? Throw everybody out there into bodies and see what they do. And diversify, become more, I mean, look at it already. There exists pyramids, skyscrapers, symphonies, paintings that never existed before humans did them, before we did them. So Creator looks at itself and goes, oh, wow, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, pretty cool. Let's try some, let's try some rap, let's try some Bob Marley or something, some reggae, let's see what, see what we do down here. So it is all about diversification. So we come into these separation to diversify. We come out of unconscious, primordial, like the ocean, and we emerge out of the unconscious into individuated, egoic selves. We could say we emerge out of the matriarchy, out of the feminine, out of the waters. of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, of the moon, yeah? And we emerge out of this unconsciousness, matriarchy, into the patriarchy, masculine Mars, Aries, warrior, boom. For 6,500 years, we individualize so that we become conscious of our own uniqueness so that we can contribute something new and diversify. And creator, we become co-creators, and we go, wow, look look what you can do. Look what I did. Look what she did. Look what he did. Oh my God, yeah, anything's possible. Blah, 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 blah. And the universe expands, consciousness expands, creator expands. It's all growth. And yet within that growth, on this planet, we have time and we have seasons. And Scorpio, if you look at it, astrology was largely Greek. We look at the Greek mythology. They are in the northern hemisphere, and Scorpio aligns with the fall. It's the death force. Yeah? It's when the trees drop their fruit, where the days become shorter. We've got this Mars and Saturn through Scorpio, and it is a time of letting go. It is a time of dying. It is a time of releasing. And this can make us feel powerless, like things are being taken away. We can live into the illusion of loss and gain and feel water, emotion. Something's going away. I'm attached to that. The Scorpion has clampers. I don't want that to go away. We can miss the wisdom, the divine wisdom in all life. Whether it's pain, suffering, joy, or sorrow. There is intelligence behind life. And this is the wound of Chiron in Pisces that now the sun is opposing, and it is a time where we can really heal this sense of, and I would say some of it is a lack of trust. Scorpio is dealing with a lack of trust. Saturn in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio, is like, I'm not about to trust, these people that could kill me or break my heart or take my bank account away. I don't want to trust. I'm in this world of separation, and I'm afraid of losing something that I'm emotionally attached to. And Chiron is over here in Pisces, which is it's love. It's the infinite spirit. Yeah? It's unboundedness. The unity of all consciousness. They call it now the collective unconscious. And what we want to heal here is that sense of separation, that we can be diversified, unique, different co-creators, and the point of this creation is to separate and then return into the field of unity with consciousness. So it becomes that basically all of creation is going from the collective unconscious to the collective conscious. Yeah, so we can be primordial, unconscious, part of everything, or we can realize the unity of all life. And then we can let go. Then we can release without feeling ripped off, without feeling like there's a part of us that is going away. There is no part of us ever going away. We are all part of all that is. All that is God, Goddess. It's all that there is. There's nothing outside of all there is. There's nothing really going away in the ultimate sense of the word, yeah, because our hearts are connected to this infinite source of love and everything that is. So it is really moving into a place of non-attachment. It is moving into this place where if we're getting hit from below, or we feel like our crutches are being pulled out from under us, or something that we've relied on or supported or needed before in the past is now going away from us, We're not getting the compliments or the money or the fun or the, action or the attention that, we used to get or that we used to, It's because you don't need it. And it may be blocking your evolutionary full expression of becoming fully conscious of yourself. That's why things go away. Yeah? In astrology, you're looking at people's charts, and a lot of times, Pluto-Venus connections, Pluto in the 7th house, Pluto in the 8th house, their partners die. And it's a terrible experience, and it's an emotional... And when you look at the charts, it's like, well, Pluto, the force of death, takes away that which is no longer assisting the evolution of the being. So as we cooperate, as we, don't, lose our attachments and trust and have faith that this divine life has, and our unconscious has an intention in every moment, in every feeling, in every event, whether new things, it can be that the stage is being cleared for scene 2. And you're holding on to scene 1. I want scene 1. I mean, a lot of it is just like, you know what? Life is going to be better. And if something is going away, it's going to be replaced by something fuller, brighter, bigger. Life is behind us. Look at the trees, look at the plants, look at Mother Nature. Yeah. It's like, it's always growing. I mean, here in the tropics, it's nuts. Yeah, it's growing. So, yeah, this is a time where you can take it personally. I'm losing because I'm not enough, or I fucked up, or something's wrong with me, or, or that person, or that country, or that government, or that idiot, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we can, blame and point fingers because, it's all so bad. And this, again, is a mindset. It's a choice. Which brings me to what? Today's mantra. I'm going to remember this if it kills me. When I see what's wrong with me and the world, I have a choice on how to react. I can get all depressed and feel powerless, or learn how to grow non-attached. Sometimes it's like, we're getting tethered, like the ropes holding down a hot air balloon, or sometimes the trees have to break through to find the sunlight. So sometimes we have to, things have to be cleared away, taken away, so that we can grow into our fullness. And if we believe and cooperate and trust life, we are doing ourselves a favor, we are doing our neighbors a favor, we are doing the collective unconscious, we are doing humanity a favor. So do yourself a favor. Chill out, man. Oh, and that's the other thing now. And it's not escapism, it's not denial, it's not avoidance. To consciously allow things to pass on and to move away without taking it personally and not going into doubt and self-criticism and fear. Okay, this is not, checking out and having a toke or a drink or a shot or something. This is conscious participation in the acts of creation. Wow, I gotta remember that one. Oh God, man. Life is such a trip. Where was I last time? Mantra. When I see what's wrong with me and the world, I have a choice on how to react. I can go into depression and powerlessness, or learn and grow less attached. May all your days grow brighter. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.